Welcome to the deep dive. So today we're digging into these recent Ukrainian drone attacks on Moscow mainly and the region around it.
Yeah, and what really stands out is the timing, isn't it? Right before Russia's big Victory Day celebrations.
Exactly. We're pulling info from reports by Moscow's mayor, Sergei Sobyanin, also Rosaviatsia, the air agency, and the Russian Defense Ministry. The idea here is really just to unpack the main events, what happened, the immediate effects, and why this timing matters so much.
Well, like you said, the timing is fascinating, hitting just before Victory Day, which is, such a huge deal in Russia, a symbol of national pride. It
Yeah.
feels like more than just a military hit.
Definitely symbolic.
It carries, a lot of weight that way.
Okay, so let's get into the May 6th attack specifically. They happened really early, right? Between about 1:00 and 2:30 a.m. Moscow time.
That's right. And Mayor Sobyanin, he told the Moscow Times they intercepted at least 19 drones over the city and just outside it.
19, yeah. That number itself feels significant.
It does. And, while the Defense Ministry is reporting interceptions, the fact that debris still caused damage, well, it shows how hard it is to stop absolutely everything, doesn't it?
Right, so Bienin did mention that. Debris hit an apartment building near Kashirskaya metro station. That's, about 11 kilometers from the Kremlin?
Yeah, roughly. Thankfully, he said no serious injuries. Windows shattered, sure, and emergency crews were there fast.
But no major casualties reported by him.
Yeah. But besides the, physical damage on the ground, there were these big disruptions to air travel, too.
Ah, yes, the airports. Rosaviatsia had to put temporary restrictions in place.
That's it. At all four main Moscow airports, Vnukovo, Domodedovo, Zhukovsky, and Sheremetyevo, for about 4 hours, from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m.
4 hours, and that meant 34 flights had to be diverted.
34 incoming planes, yeah. So you can see the ripple effect, beyond just the immediate strike zone.
And it wasn't just Moscow, was it? The Defense Ministry reported a much wider drone operation.
Much wider. They claimed, I think the number was 105 Ukrainian drones intercepted in total, across 11 different regions.
Wow, 105. Where else were they concentrated?
Well, big numbers in regions closer to Ukraine, like Bryansk, 32 reported there, and Voronezh, 22, plus others scattered around Penza, Kaluga, Belgorod.
So maybe hitting logistics or air defenses further back?
Potentially, yeah. Disrupting things that support the front lines.
And this wasn't completely out of the blue either. I remember reading the day before, May 5th, there was an attempt near Moscow too.
Correct. 4 drones intercepted in Podolsk then. And we should probably also remember that much larger attack back in March, that involved, 91 drones?
Yeah, and that one sadly did cause casualties. 3 deaths, about 20 injuries.
So all this creates a really tense backdrop, doesn't it? Leading up to Victory Day on May 9th, the 80th anniversary.
And amidst this, Russia had proposed a unilateral ceasefire, didn't they? For May 8th to 11th.
They did. But President Zelensky pretty quickly rejected it. He called for a much longer truce, 30 days.
And he sounded wary, too. Worried about potential false flag operations by Russia.
Exactly. He basically said, we don't know what Russia will do. Arson, explosions, and then blame us. Shows just how deep the mistrust runs.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that comment drew a really sharp response from Dmitry Medvedev. He called it a verbal provocation.
Right. And he added that warning, something like, if there's a real provocation on Victory Day.
No one can guarantee that May 10th will come in Kiev. Very stark language, an escalation in rhetoric for sure.
So putting it all together, you've got this significant drone attack hitting Moscow just days before a major Russian holiday, then a ceasefire proposal that goes nowhere.
And then these really strong words flying back and forth. It definitely heightens the tension.
What's striking is how it all connects.
Yeah.
The attacks hitting so close to the symbolic date that rejected truce, the harsh language. It feels very charged.
Yeah, a really volatile mix.
Makes you think, doesn't it? How this combination of events, the actual attacks, and the whole symbolic Victory Day context, how might that actually influence where things go next? For the conflict itself and the stories both sides tell about it.
It's complex, lots of moving parts, and the potential consequences could be pretty significant.